Breaking news! Things are heating up behind the scenes for the Cleveland Browns, and I have some crucial updates to share with you today. We all know this offseason has been action-packed already, and trust me, there are more surprises to come as we head into training camp. What I've learned in the last few hours could change everything for the Browns this season. I'm about to reveal all the details, but before we get started, like this if you've been a Browns fan for 17 plus years. I love seeing fans of all ages representing the brown and orange. Leave a comment saying, "Go Browns, my heart bleeds brown and orange." Now let's get into it. During the final session, we saw a defensive unit making loud and disruptive statements. Joe Flacco, while showing flashes of his signature touch, had a pass defended by Martin Emerson Jr. and in the red zone, Denzel Ward stopped Trey McKitty in the end zone, while Julian Okwara flew through the line to tackle Dylan Gabriel. Malik Collins? He was a human wall, batting down passes from Flacco and Kenny Pickett. The message was clear. The defense isn't just participating, it's dominating. Yet, while the defense turned heads, all eyes remained glued to the Browns' offensive identity, particularly the quarterback carousel. The red zone drills gave everyone a chance to showcase. Flacco kicked things off with a handoff to Quentin Judkins for a touchdown. Pickett followed up, targeting both Judkins on a check down and McKitty in the back of the end zone for a score. Gabriel finished that segment, completing one of 3 passes. But what came next might be the most telling. In a two-spotted, modified team period, meant to maximize reps, Shedeur Sanders took the field after Gabriel. Gabriel, for his part, connected with Gage Larvadain, Kezian Johnson, and Jalen Gill, showcasing poise and timing. Sanders responded with a deep ball to McKitty and another completion to Johnson. Both rookies flashed, but neither distanced himself yet. The 2-minute drill may have been the most illuminating. Pickett opened strong, linking up with David Njoku and Caden Davis, then handing off to Jerome Ford, who slashed through the defense. Gabriel's turn showed precision, connecting with Harold Fannin Jr. twice and T.E. Blake Whiteheart. And Sanders? He spread the wealth, hitting Johnson, Gill, Luke Floria, and Brendan Bates, along with a slick handoff to Judkins that carved through defenders. It's chaos, in the best way possible. But here's where the story bends. Joe Flacco isn't here to babysit. He said it himself. He's not looking to be a mentor. He's here to compete. It's not really about that, Flacco said. I see myself as a guy that can play in this league. And he's not wrong. Just last year, at 39, he came off the couch and dragged the Browns into the playoffs, winning the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year award. He didn't return just to carry a clipboard. Head coach Kevin Stefanski sees value in that leadership, even if Flacco isn't actively teaching. Joe has a lot of wisdom to impart, Stefanski said, and that wisdom is being absorbed, quietly, organically. Kenny Pickett likened Flacco's presence to having an extra coach. You could bounce ideas off of him. So many small things you can learn, Pickett noted. But there's a tension, healthy, for now, about who gets the ball when it matters. It's not just about talent. It's about timing, chemistry, leadership. And with Deshaun Watson expected to miss a significant chunk of 2025 with that Achilles injury, this isn't academic. This is about who's leading the huddle when the lights come on. Flacco and Pickett have experience. Gabriel and Sanders bring youth and upside. But the twist? Gabriel was drafted ahead of Sanders, despite most experts believing Sanders was the better prospect. That alone suggests the Browns front office sees something in Gabriel that fits Stefanski's scheme. He's already getting second-team reps behind Pickett. But does that mean he's ahead of Sanders on the depth chart? For now, yes. But if Gabriel stumbles, or even has a slow start, you can bet the Dawg Pound will be chanting Shedeur's name before the ball even hits the turf. It's a pressure cooker, and Stefanski knows it. The reps are being split, rotated, watched like hawks. The room is young, hungry, and most of all, uncertain. And yet, that very uncertainty is what makes this so electric. This isn't your typical offseason filler. This is the beginning of a decision that could define the Browns' next 5 years. Now I want to hear from you. What do you make of this quarterback competition? Who do you think should be QB1 heading into the season? Let me know in the comments below. And don't go anywhere, because what's coming next could flip this whole story on its head. And just when you think the narrative couldn't twist any further, remember, we're not even at training camp yet. This is still OTAs and minicamp. That's the mind-blowing part. We're watching a full-blown quarterback saga unfolding before helmets are even popping under full contact. Every rep, every read, every throw these guys make is now under a microscope. And the pressure? It's mounting. Not just for the QBs, but for Kevin Stefanski himself. Let's be honest, Stefanski is entering a defining year of his tenure in Cleveland. With Deshaun Watson sidelined for what looks like a massive portion of the 2025 season, the margin for error evaporates. Every decision, from who takes the first snap in camp to who gets second-team reps in preseason games, will be dissected. This isn't just about who looks good in shorts. This is about setting the tone for a franchise that believes it's built to win now. That's where the Flacco conundrum deepens. On one hand, you've got a proven veteran with playoff experience, who just last year pulled off one of the most unexpected postseason runs in Browns history. He has the arm, the savvy, and the locker room respect. On the other, you've got the philosophical question. If you're not grooming the future, are you just delaying the inevitable? This brings us back to Gabriel and Sanders. The Browns didn't just stumble into drafting two quarterbacks in the same class. That was intentional. They saw something in both. Gabriel, the Oregon product, may not have had the glitz and glamour of Sanders' college career, but Stefanski's staff clearly believes Gabriel can function within the structure of this offense. His clean footwork, quick reads, and calm under pressure stood out during minicamp. That's not nothing. Sanders, meanwhile, has the charisma, the leadership pedigree, and the arm talent to eventually become a face of the franchise player. He's still raw, still adjusting to NFL speed, but he's not backing down. Flacco himself admitted that Shedeur has been a breath of fresh air in the meeting rooms. He's a lot of fun to be around, Flacco said. He's made me crack a smile. That's what it's all about. Yet here's the kicker. This isn't a sitcom. Fun doesn't win games. Precision does. And that's why reps matter. Stefanski's decision to split reps evenly is strategic, but it's also dangerous. Someone will eventually have to lead this team. And the longer the competition lingers, the more pressure it creates for everyone involved. A rotating QB system only works in college. In the NFL, it creates confusion, doubt, and most importantly, missed opportunities. So what does this mean for Kenny Pickett? The former first-round pick comes into Cleveland with a chip on his shoulder. Let's not forget, this is a guy who was expected to be the face of the Steelers not long ago. He knows what it means to be the guy, and he knows what it feels like to lose that mantle. His time with the Browns is more than just a second chance. It's a lifeline. And Pickett has quietly impressed. From connecting with Njoku and Davis in the 2-minute drill to leading clean offensive drives and red zone sets, he's doing everything he can to keep himself in the conversation. Yet still, the whispers persist. What happens when the rookie shows up in preseason and lights it up? What happens if Gabriel continues to make quick, accurate throws under pressure? What happens if Sanders, who some fans are already emotionally invested in, starts flashing that undeniable it factor? That's the heartbeat of this story. Not just a QB battle, but a chess match. Flacco has nothing to prove, but everything to gain. Pickett is fighting for relevance. Gabriel wants to validate the front office's faith. Sanders is battling to rewrite the draft narrative. And all the while, the Browns defense keeps wrecking practice like a runaway train. Ward locking down in the red zone. Emerson flying across the field. Okwara, Collins, this unit isn't just showing up. It's setting the bar. If this defense plays like it did during minicamp, all Cleveland needs is a competent, mistake-free quarterback to keep the train on the tracks. But which one will it be? That's where you come in. Browns Nation, drop your thoughts in the comments. Who should be under center week 1? Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, or Sanders? Let's hear your takes, your gut reactions, your bold predictions. And hey, if you're still with us, you know this QB race is just heating up. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're bringing you every twist, every snap, and every storyline straight from Berea. The road to September starts now, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second.